So, I quite often say that I don't think small leather goods are worth spending a huge amount of money on, and here's why, and these are my favourites. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. For those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to slightly more personal topics. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrate yourself, and of course, we never forget, we celebrate others. So, small leather goods. I love small leather goods. I love having an organised bag. I have shown you what's in my bags before, how I organise them. I like everything to have a place. And I like to be able to compartmentalise things and slot things into my bag, and it just makes sense, you know, a little bit of a Tetris kind of thing, but everything has a place, and that way I know where everything is. So I'm a fan of the organisation that an SLG provides. However, do I think you need to spend an absolute fortune to get good quality ones? No. Also, I don't think you need to spend a fortune because they live inside the bag. They rub up against other things, you put other things in the bag, you take them out constantly. They tend to be more heavily used than the bag itself, especially if you're talking something like card holders and wallets. So you want them to be super durable and be made in materials or by brands that you trust they will stand the test of time. Something like a lambskin SLG you will never see me with because that will scratch, so I'm not going there with it. Anyway, I think they are worth having nice versions of, but I certainly don't think you have to spend a huge amount. And I think there are enough brands out there that do great options that you don't have to spring to Chanel or Fendi or Louis Vuitton. Of course, if you want to, by all means, go and do that. Absolutely makes sense. However, for me, it's just not going to happen. But let me show you my 6 favourites, and I think you'll see what I mean by the way that they've stood the test of time, given how long I've owned them and given how much I've used them. So let's start with number 1. These aren't in a particular order, but this is certainly a favourite, and this is my Geiger card holder. Now, I have owned this for about 4 or 5 years, and I have used it day in, day out, I would say for a good 2.5 or so years. It is absolutely got marks. It absolutely has. But I would say this is looking really, really good. The colours are still in great order. It's only that one slip where you can see that it's got those marks. It's still got all of the logo here, which I think is foiled on, so that could scratch off. It's not got any pop stitches, it still feels like it's glazed. It's honestly looking fantastic. And I've used this day in, day out, and I am not shy about using these types of things. It just gets thrown in my bag, it gets thrown on the desk. Honestly, this has been used so much. You can still buy this, but it now has a eagle emblem here, which is a nice touch, and it's about £49. If you're looking for a durable card holder that you can easily spot inside a bag, that adds a bit of personality, this is the one that I genuinely think is a fantastic, fantastic piece. So much so that when they brought it out in a new colour for the long wallet variation, I had to jump on it. And this is a fairly recent purchase, but I am obsessed. And it is my long wallet, also from Geiger, in that same pebbled leather. It has the eagle emblem that I was referring to. So this would be on the front of that card holder there. And it is beautiful. The pattern is stunning. The interior is glorious. Look at that. It's got multiple compartments. It is so easy to use. I've got coins in it. You can put cards in it. I can also slip a phone into it, and then you just press the button. So if you wanted to just carry it almost like a little bit of a clutch, but you only wanted cards, cash, and your phone, you could use it for that. It's wonderful, and the colours are just simply breathtaking. This was £79. It is fantastic, fantastic value for money, because I know from having had this for so long, this is going to be durable. It might mark a little bit more quickly because it's a little bit lighter, but I think the material it's made in will help it. And I love that metallic finish. Honestly, it is glorious. I am so happy with these two pieces, and to have a long wallet and a card holder that together, what would these cost? I paid £39 for this, it's now £49, and this is £79. So you're looking at £130 if you were to buy them today for both of those. Honestly, you can't go wrong. Fantastic. And I love Kurt Geiger and what it stands for. Next up, an item that not everyone will use or find the use for. A lot of people might use an agenda for what I use this particular item for. But this is my Osprey London pink pebbled leather A4 folio. I want to say this is called. This is fantastic. Honestly, I put my my notepad in this. I can put pens, I can put cards, I can put documents inside the compartments. You could put an iPad in here very easily. It's got all these really fantastic compartments. I love this. Absolutely love this. It just slots in the top of my bag, so easy to grab. I can then use this when I'm kind of walking around if I've got documents and things, or things that I want to keep safe and secure. They go in here. It's got the most beautiful, beautiful interior. Let me see if I can... It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I've owned this for 4-5 years maybe. Have not been shy about using it, and look at the condition of it. Honestly, it is exceptional. And I do not baby these things. It's still got its glazing in perfect condition. It's got this beautiful pink pebbled leather. It's barely marked. The Osprey London is still foiled on it. It is absolutely, he says it's not going to mark. Okay, it's got a mark there. Okay, tiniest mark. Tiniest mark. Doesn't matter. It's fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. This, how much was this? This was £60, but I bought it at the outlet, so I think it would have been slightly north of £100, but I think it's so worth it. It's absolutely amazing. And like I said, a lot of people would use an agenda for something like this instead, but I like to use a notepad, not an agenda. So for me, this just feels like a great way of being able to do it all. I love it, and the colour is divine. Stunning. Love. Now, an SLG that does look like it's been through it, but I use it day in, day out, and it lives inside my bag. I'm not shy with it, but I actually think it's held up really well considering. And this is my Longchamp 6-ring key holder that's now a 5-ring key holder. This is in this gorgeous blue. One of the key things has fallen off, but it's absolutely fine. It's got a little slip pocket in there. Oh, and it's got a little slip there. I don't really know what you're using those for, but it's absolutely wonderful. Silver hardware, very misshapen because of the keys that I've got in it. It's marked, it's started to scratch, but this I think was £40 at the Bicester Village outlet. I've gone on and seen them since. I've bought these as gifts for people just because I love mine. I've used it for a good 3 years or so, and I think it's holding up pretty well considering, and to be honest, it lives inside the bag. I've thought about changing it, I have, but I don't know for what purpose. This is still doing what I need it to do, so I don't know why I would change it, in all honesty. I don't know if is anyone else like that? Why change it if I don't need to? It's doing what I need it to do. I've got no issues. It doesn't bother me that it's a little bit worn in. That's okay. I'm the one that's used it. It's funny actually, because I watched Autumn's video last night, and Winnie's actually as well, about kind of bags that really look like they've been through it, particularly Birkins, etc., off the back of the Olsen twins carrying Kellys that are pretty misshapen. I actually don't have an issue with a misshapen bag. I don't have an issue with it, particularly if it's me that's misshapen it. I think it's okay. I actually think there's something quite chic about having a bag that doesn't look pristine anymore, that quite carefree style. I actually really quite like it. My Bayswater, as an example, my mock crop Bayswater, that is starting to go a little bit slouchy, a little bit misshapen, and I'm okay with that actually. There's a time for it to look pristine. After you've owned something for years and years, I don't think you can expect it to be in the same condition, particularly not if you've worn it day in, day out, or you've used it regularly, or you're not careful with it. I am one of those people who says it tells the story, and I'm good with that. I actually quite like the look. Would I buy something that was absolutely trashed? No. No. And do I actively seek to trash my items? No. However, if it's been used and loved and happens to kind of look like it's been through it by the end of the period of time that I've been owning it, or throughout my period of ownership, I'm okay with it. There's my thoughts. Anyway, I was going to do a full video on that topic. Didn't need to. This felt like a good segue. Down to our final two. Could you call this an SLG? I don't know. I'm going to put it in this category, okay? Now, the reason people will argue with me on this is because it's technically a nylon piece, but you can argue with me, it's all good. My Longchamp Les Pliage cosmetics cases. I have this beautiful cobalt blue. It is absolutely full. I've shown you what is in this. A lot of stuff, okay? I've shown you what's in this, and I love it. Silver hardware. Blue, it's got the blue cobalt leather tab here. This was from the club line, now been discontinued. You can now buy them with a handle instead. I prefer this, so when I see them at the outlet, I pick them up, which is exactly why I picked up this one, which is in the colour chalk. And this is a better way of showing you the item. It's got no pockets inside, it's just a big open space. Silver hardware, like I said. I use this one for tech accessories. And I just think they're really easy, really simple. You can easily fold them down as well, so they can just kind of flatten out if you need them to. So if you know that you need to put something in it, but you don't have the item at that moment, you can do that. They're fantastic. I also do know people that have used them as little clutches. I personally wouldn't. I think they look like a cosmetics bag, but each to their own. So these are a really good price. I think at the outlet at the moment, they're about £30, something like that. Range of different colours as they're discontinuing the club line. But yeah, good piece. I've got my two. I bought them as gifts for people and they love them. Using them in the same way that I use them. Will they be my last two? Probably not, because I think I'd like to have another one before they go altogether. So I'm at Bicester again in a few weeks, so I think I'll pick one up then. But I'm going to put those in an SLG. Let me know what you think. And last, but certainly by no means least, this beautiful mock croc Aspinal of London travel wallet. I love this. It's got my initials here. Now, I have two of these. I also have one in a burgundy mock croc, but we all know that this pink is going to be the one that captures my heart. My mum also bought me this one as a gift, and I'm very grateful for that. She got it embossed, debossed, rebossed, I don't know, with my initials here, Aspinal there. Now, this one has a few marks on it, okay? I've scratched it. That wasn't great quality to begin with, I have to say. That end was always looking like that. But then I've caught it on a couple of things and the pinks started to rub off a bit. But again, it's a travel item. It lives inside carry-on and I'm not massively careful with it. It just gets pulled in and out. We all know the panic of when you're looking for something and you carry on and you're doing this to get to it. Sorry, if this gets in the way, this is getting flung somewhere. I've got to find whatever it is I'm looking for, and the airport creates a panic, and I don't know why. But you're just frantic, aren't you, when you search for something? So this is a beautiful piece. I do highly recommend them. You can buy them now as well, where the inserts are removable, so you could use it as a little bit of a kind of a clutch if you wanted to. I've seen people do that. You could put one of those conversion kits inside it and use it as a shoulder bag. I use it exclusively for the use of travel. I did use it as a long wallet for a while, a long time before I owned this, but I did use it as a bit of a long wallet. This is obviously much better for that. It's the purpose it was created for. This is great for travel documents. It goes everywhere with me. So easy to spot inside a bag. I love this kind of mock croc. You all know I love mock exotics. It's beautiful and the colour is stunning, and the fact that my mum bought it for me as a surprise. I think I just messaged her with this and said, what do you think of this? And then 2 days later, it appeared. It was actually, I think, during lockdown. Yeah, I think it was during lockdown. The first one. She sent me this just as a random, thought you'd love it. Because I think I'd mentioned it, thinking of buying it. She'd said, oh no, you've already got one. Why get two? And I thought, oh, okay, that's sensible. But it was because she'd sent it to me. She's a star. There we are. Absolutely beautiful. So there we have it, everyone. Those are my 6 favourite small leather goods. Let me know what you think of my choices. Do you own any of the items? Has me talking these through made you think that any of these items could work for you? Thank you so much, as always, for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.